Now that we've worked with solving equations using tiles, we need to take it a step further and practice recording our steps on paper. This video is going to help you do that and walk you through a few examples together. The steps are on the screen in front of you. I'm not going to read through them right now, but they'll be on the top of your notes page as well, and we'll reference them as we go. Okay, let's take a look at our first example. I'm going to build it on the left while I record my steps on the right. You must be recording the steps with me on your notes page, and if you'd like to build it with tiles, I would encourage that as well. It just helps you get a feel for it. Alright, so I'm going to put my X tile plus -4 is 4 reds. I'm also going to add 3x. And on the left side, we've got -1 plus 2x and plus 3. So that'll be 3 positive blues. Okay, once you have it built, this is something new. Now you need to record the equation in the table. So on the left, in the left column, I'm just going to put what's on the left side of my equation. X plus -4 plus 3x. And on the right side of my mat, I have -1 plus 2x plus 3. And I just took that from this original equation. I'm simply copying it exactly as it is. Then under explain, I can just say given, or I can say original equation, whichever you prefer. Okay, but that step is important. All right, next we want to see if there's any zero pairs that are on here. And I see I've got, on the right mat, I've got a 1 and a -1 that I can take away, and that's it for zero pairs. So what I'm going to do is back over on my table, I always like to write what I did first. I made zeros. Some people say remove zeros, that's fine. The left side stayed the same, but we're kind of combined terms. So I'm just going to count up all my x's now. I have 4x plus -4. So I kind of combined all my x's here. And then on the right, I have 2x plus 2. And that's what was left after I made my zeros. All right, now I'm trying to get all my x's alone on one side and get my units on the other. So what I see here is 2 x's on both mats. So I'm going to take x off the right, x off the left, x off the right, x off the left. I'm going to record my step as remove 2x from both. You can write -2x. And then record what's left after that step. I have 2x plus -4 on the left and just 2 on the right. So we've succeeded in getting all of our x's alone and positive, and now they're over on the left side of the map, but we want all of our units on the other side. So these 4 -1s here need to get put over on this other side of the mat. So we know we can add a balanced set. We can add the same thing to both mats. So by adding 4 to the left side, it'll allow me to make a whole bunch of zero pairs here. But key rule, if I add it to the left, I have to add it to the right as well. And I know you guys know that by this point. So I'm going to quickly record here. I added 4 to both, and in the same step I'm going to say make zeros, because what I can do is get rid of all of those. And then we're going to record what's left. On the left I have 2x, and now on the right I have 6. And our final step says divide both sides by however many x's you have to get your answer. So since we have 2x equals 6, we're going to divide both sides by 2. And I can show that visually with tiles by dividing each mat into 2 equal chunks. And you'll see that, sorry, you're a little slow here with the tiles. Each x is equal to 1. So the way I record that is divide by 2, because we did that to both sides. And then we're just kind of left with, now I'm looking at this table. 2x divided by 2 is just x, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we got our answer of x equals 3. So notice I put that back up top here. Final step down at the bottom, we need to check it. So we're going to do that by substituting 3 in for x back into our original equation, and then if both sides are equal, we know we're right. So we started with x plus -4. So I'm going to do 3 plus -4 plus 3 times 3 instead of 3 times x equals -1 plus 2 times 3 plus 3. And if I simplify the left side using order of operations, I know I need to multiply first. So I have 3 plus -4 plus 9 equals -1 plus, we've got 6 here, plus 3. I'm just simply simplifying each side of our equation to see what that equals. And now I say 3 plus -4 is -1. -1 plus 9 is 8. And if the right-hand side of our equation also equals 8, we know that our answer is correct. And -1 plus 6 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. It checks. We know our answer is correct. Okay, we can move on to the next one. All right, time for another one. Now this one I already built for you, but I'm just going to kind of quickly explain how I built it. So we've got 3 groups of 4 plus x. So I did 4 plus x, 4 plus x, 4 plus x. And on the right-hand side, we have x plus 6. First step is always record what we had built. So we have 3 groups of 4 plus x. I know some of you are going to be tempted to distribute that right away. Don't do it in this first step. First step, you always want to record it exactly as it was in this original equation. All right? And you can write original equation, or again, you can just write given. Either one works. All right, next step. There's no 0 pairs that we can remove, but I do see both sides have an x. So let's pull an x off both sides and record that step. Remove x from both. We can say minus x from both. And on the left-hand side, we now have 2x plus, what do we have, 12. And on the right, we just have 6. Okay, what else can be taken off both mats? Well, I see I can take 6 off of the right, and then I have to take 6 off of the left. There's 2 more. And again, record what we did. Remove 6 from both, or minus 6 from both. And we're left with 2x plus 6 and 0 on the other mat. Okay, we've got all of our x's alone on one side, or all of our x's positive on one side, but they're not alone yet. So we need to find a way to get rid of all these unit tiles. So our x's are by themselves on this side of the mat. So what we can do here is add something that will help us get rid of these 6. What could we add to this? If you said add -6, you're correct. But keep in mind, whatever you do to one side, you've got to do to the other. I'm just going to kind of quickly do this here. All right, so we added -6 to both sides and take away our 0 pairs. And let me pull off my zeros before I forget. And so on the left, we're left with 2x, and over on the right, we have -6. Final step, we need to divide by however many x's we have. Since we have 2 x's, we're going to divide by 2 again. And I'm just going to kind of build it before I record it. Oopsies. And we'll see that 1x is equal to -3, and we got that when we divided both sides by 2. Final step, let's check our answer. So I'm going to put -3 in for x into our original equation. So I'd like you to record the same thing on your paper as we go. So I have 3 times 4 plus -3 equals -3 plus 6. And if I do what's in parentheses first, I end up with 3 times 1. And on the right side, I have 3. And 3 times 1 is 3. 3 equals 3. So it checks. We know our answer is correct. All right, now what I'd like you to do is try number 3 by yourself. Make sure that you build it with tiles. And then bring it up to the answer key. I'll tell you where it is in class to check it. If you get it right, you can go back, play the video again, and you can do number 4. Now that you got number 3 correct, go on to number 4. Again, build it, record your steps in the table, and then go check on the board. And then once you're done with number 4, bring it up to show me, and I will tell you what you need to do next. Thanks for watching.